Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. About to kick off the Tinker Day. That Lexus over there is having some drivability issues. I'm going to scan it for codes, see what's going on. It's got over 200,000 miles. Chances are the fuel pump's dying. Sounds like something's going on with the CD changer.
MPB.
It stopped. Let's go ahead and scan for codes. Do. Man, full fuel tank. That thing is maxed out. 244,000 miles. It says it has 2 codes in the DTC. 6 readiness complete, 1 readiness not complete, 3 not supported. Read codes, baby. Lean. It says it's got 4 codes. Lean bank 2. Lean bank 1. Lean bank 2. So it's running lean. Something's loose or fuel pump's failed. We got 2 codes pending now because I cleared them and they're already pending. The P0174 code, bank 2 lean, and the P0717 code, bank 1 lean. Car has reduced performance. Almost felt like the transmission was slipping, so could need a tune-up. Probably needs a fuel pump. Whenever you have a running lean code, you want to check for busted and missing vacuum hoses and stuff, or broken hoses. But man, let me tell you something. This car has a lot of cracked stuff under here. This stuff is on its way out for sure. Look at all them cracks in the power steering hoses. Both of those need to be replaced. Now this coolant hose looks okay. We got engine mounts here that's cracked and torn. This thing is at the point where it needs some serious help. But here, there's a hole in that plenum right there. That will cause some serious running issues there. Got to get that fixed. So you want to look around for loose vacuum, broken vacuum, intake tubes, busted, split, cracked, stuff like that before you dive deep on these things. But you know, this is the first thing I would do a tune-up, see if that solves the running issues, and if not, replace the fuel pump. About to get cracking on this S70 again. We want to start off by replacing this lower radiator hose since it has no coolant. Then we're going to check on the heater core, possibly replace that. Then we're going to remove the bad tint from these windows. Tint bubbling up in these windows. The tint on that window over there is totally destroyed. Then we're probably going to pull the CV axles, get them ready to be rebooted, and see what else we can get into. So let me go ahead and get a couple things out of the way so I can replace this radiator hose. Got the new hose installed. Seems just a little bit longer. It's leaning on this IPD hose, but I got it going up where the old one went, and I got it pushed on the pipe. I'm getting ready to put the clamp on in an orientation that I can get it off. Down here on the bottom, the hose seemed a little narrow. The air guide has wiring hooked up to it with these lights, so I wasn't able to drop that, get it totally out of the way, but I was able to move it out of the way far enough to get to this clamp. Clamp has some rust on it, so I sprayed PB blaster on it, got it off. It was hard getting that hose on there. It seemed like the hose was a little bit narrower than the OEM one, but I did get it to pop on there finally and got that clamp tight. You don't want to tighten them so tight that they chew into the hose, but it's tight enough so you can't spin them around, they don't leak. So let me go up here and put the hose on top, put this stuff back together. Then I'm going to check the heater core. He think the car has the original heater core, which of course is a time bomb. So I got a couple of those that I could replace that as well. Got that hose clamped tight. Didn't have to remove really anything else, so I'm good to go. Go ahead and put this air snorkel thing back together. Found that other battery clip. It had fallen down and was resting on those hoses down there, jammed against the air shroud. So this is a little filter you put on the end of that when you put this cold air intake in. That goes down to that air pump. If you're still using that, it used to attach to the air box and get filtered from the air filter. I don't know what the solution is for this air snorkel, because when you got it in the cold air box properly, it naturally goes up to here. So that's an awkward thing to get put in. Let me make sure the box is down all the way, and it is. I see the clips down there, so just not gonna fit right. So I'll fit it as best I can and move on. Got it in there better than expected, but I believe if I push it on anymore, it's gonna pop out somewhere. It's barely leaning on the rip kit intake hose. So I also need to replace this throttle cable, so maybe I'll do that after I do the heater core. And man, that heater core doesn't look bad or old at all. If I had to guess, maybe 10 years old. I don't think it's original. I'm gonna try to get the camera over there and read the date on the sticker and ask him if he wants it to be replaced, because it is not dark brown like the ones that are ready to explode, and there's no evidence of leaking. So let me look at that date on that sticker and ask him if he wants it replaced anyway. He said go ahead and replace it just for the peace of mind. Man, that thing probably would last a couple more years. Anyway, while I'm down here, I'm going to replace this throttle cable. And I noticed that this little footrest thing was loose a little, and somebody has broken it, taken it off at one point, maybe trying to get the carpet up for some reason. I see some wire and stuff done down here, but I don't know why somebody would have needed to take up the carpet. So let me go ahead and grab a plastic bag, catch a little bit of coolant that'll come out of here, and get this thing replaced. I am done for the day. I filled up the coolant in the coolant reservoir, put the concentrate in, topped it off with distilled water, put that throttle cable on, got the old one ripped out of there, got the new one on, and I adjusted this 13 millimeter until the throttle hit the adjuster screw down there. I put the heater core in, got that all buttoned up. You've seen the different colors in the heater core. Now there's links to these jobs in the remarks section, so I put a date there on the heater core, and I put a date on the bottom of it. I think you guys seen that. So I fired it up. I don't see no evidence of a leak there, so I can put this carpet stuff back together. And it should have coolant in it now. I let the car run for 5 minutes. Hooked the new battery up. And throttle cable seemed to work fine. I pumped it a couple of times. I don't see any leak under here, that's PB Blaster spray I sprayed on there, killing spiders. And the timing belt area is still bone dry. No leaks there. And then there is nothing that have dripped under the car today. So we should be good to go. No leaks, no nothing. Now we're expecting CV axle boots, a couple other parts. I need to take this door panel off to see why this door won't open from the inside, and get this thing ready to do the CV axle boots and a sway bar end links. And I think that's all this car needs. Oh no, I got an intake manifold gasket, and that URO hose is going to come out of there, and the hose on the bottom of the oil trap box going to the block, I'm going to remove that. But tomorrow I'm going to let the car warm up to temp after I hook the serpentine belt, and I'm going to do the glove test just to make sure it passes the glove test. If it doesn't pass the glove test, I'll have to dig down into the block behind the oil trap. So I think everything's going well. I'm going to wrap it up for today. We'll pick it up tomorrow. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.